Hi, Pisces and Pisces Rising. Thanks for being back here with me, Sandra for your Chi, here to do your 2023 money reading. Well, unfortunately, your money reading is worse than the romance. As far as your money, remember, you've got extra money coming through the partnership, which is great because it looks like you may have to use it. Now, let me just say this overall. I know we talked about scheduling, booking a getaway. I would do everything on a budget if I were you. If you can't do that, I would ask someone who is really good at that, probably a Virgo with their spreadsheets, right? But I would be on a budget with absolutely everything this year. Now, the good news is it works itself out by the fourth quarter. But the first quarter, second, and third, it looks like a white knuckle flight. We start out January, February, March, first quarter, heartache and loss. You are sad about a money situation. Perhaps something didn't come through that you expected, a loan, or maybe you've already loaned some money to somebody and they promised a repayment, or you expected to have some sort of bill taken care of, paid for you. This could also be that you had a sudden unexpected expense and that the majority of the money that you had set aside to pay bills or whatever has to go to this other thing. What are we going to do about this? Well, I like the advice card, ask your angels. So if it's one person that can receive information from the angels, it's a Pisces. You people are so intuitive, it's time to use your skills and put them to work for you. How you feel about the situation is you feel like the Four of Swords, this is the Four of Swords in traditional tarot, like you need to meditate on it, which is, sort of what we got here. But also, she has a book in front of her. You feel like you have to study or research about this subject matter, what is making you sad. Now, you gotta, with the Four of Swords and how you feel, you got a yes card. So that tells me that the information that you're going to be getting from your meditation is going to be accurate, which is spectacular. But we knew it would be, right? Your second house, I keep saying houses, you know what I mean. Second quarter, discontent and boredom. You are tired of this situation and you are ready to make a change. Now, what's interesting here, you haven't decided to change yet, but I'm going to say this to you. If I were you, I would make a change much earlier. I would change things up in the first quarter. First quarter, ask what you can do differently, your guides and angels, receive the answer, and by the second quarter, you will have changed this outcome. What's the advice card? Remain positive here, okay? Now, you also pulled something like that in the third quarter, but here's what I'm talking about. The third quarter, you have the worst card in the whole deck, the Falling Tower. So it's like it went from bad at the beginning of 2023 to worse in the third quarter. Make sure that you are on top of paying your insurance premiums. Make sure you have accident insurance, because if you're in an accident, you can't work and blah, 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 okay? Make sure you're dotting all your I's and crossing your T's. You're reading the fine print. You're not signing any contracts in Mercury retrograde, things like that. Because I certainly don't like this, and we're trying to avoid this, which is why we need to make that change in this first quarter here, asking your angels, budgeting, okay, savings, accident insurance, being super careful, not doing anything, dangerous, no skydiving, Pisces, the third quarter, okay, no hang gliding. I would question zip lining even. No climbing high ladders. No painting the ceiling on stilts. I know I'm just no fun, but you get the point. And here we have trust. So we have remain positive in the third quarter, or excuse me, remain positive in the second quarter, and trust in the third quarter. Pretty self-explanatory. But here, it all is a culmination to a victory. Nevertheless, regardless of what the Pisces goes through in 2023, they come out a success. The angels blowing their trumpets. The Pisces finally overcame. She climbed the mountain. She's at the top. She's looking down at how hard it was, what a struggle it was. And therein, she drinks her cocktail and has a victory moment. I love it. And the oracle message here coincides. Perfect timing. Why, yes, it is. Just in the nick of time for the holidays, Pisces. Okay. Well, it is a rough road for the first 3 quarters, but you all overcome it. Congratulations. And let's look at career. I'm interested to see what's going on in the career front. Take care.